Hey guys, how's it going? Author Daniel Coolbaugh here. Just wanted to let you guys know that I'm just doing a quick review of Jim Butcher's Death Masks. That is going to be book 5 in the Dresden Files. I really enjoyed this book a lot. Really loved book 4, so really loved all of them. So it was nice to get to this book and really keep the momentum there. Was not expecting the end of the book, however, and like what was going to happen. Like just crazy amount of stuff in this book. Like if I was reading book 4 and then got done and then was expecting the direction it would go, I really wouldn't have expected this direction. So it's quite interesting. So let's get into the blurb. If you haven't checked out my overall series review or the other reviews for book 1, Stormfront, and then to Summer Night, book 4, please check them out. Please let me know in the comment section for each one what you guys thought about each book or Jim's writing overall. Harry Dresden, Chicago's only practicing professional wizard, should be happy that business is pretty good for a change. But he also knows that whenever things are going good, the only way left for them to go is bad, way bad, such as a duel with the lethal champion of the Red Court, who must kill Harry to end the war between vampires and wizards, professional hitmen using Harry for target practice, the missing Shroud of Turin, and the possible involvement of Chicago's most feared mob boss, a handless and headless corpse that Chicago police need identified. Not to mention the return of Harry's ex-girlfriend, Susan, who's still struggling with her semi-vampiric nature, and who seems to have a new man in her life. Some days it just doesn't pay to get out of bed, no matter how much you're charging. So, very interesting set of circumstances here. And this book hits you from the start to the finish. This was one of those books that I was not expecting to like this book as much as I did after liking Summer Night so much. I really feel like we're going like this in terms of overall plot and like the overall themes and things like that. And I was really not expecting this book. I was not expecting the consequences towards the end, or really what happens from this book to the next book. Like I was really surprised. I think, I figured vampires would be in it and stuff like this, but I was not expecting everything to go the way that it did. So I'm really, really hoping you guys liked it as much as I did. So we always have Harry. We get to see Michael Carpenter, Knight of the Cross, wielder of Amracius, who aids Harry. He is by far my favorite, and I've talked a lot about this. If Jim Butcher would just write from Michael's perspective, like a series, I would read it. And I totally get people like Harry's kind of like the anti-hero, yada, 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 or Noble Bright, Noble Dark, whatever you want to call it. But God, do I love Paladins. And Michael Carpenter has, like, who was one of the reasons that really made me want to write my own urban fantasy is Michael's character. And I love his character. He's always steady. He's always calm. He is a total BA. Like, just does this one scene at the vampire party, and you're like, holy crap, this guy is awesome. And it's not just that he holds Amracius or Excalibur and is one of God's chosen 3 knights, but holy hell, or Knights of the Cross, 3 Knights of the Cross. Holy hell, like he's just awesome. And he's awesome every time he pops in. And man alive, I love that he's such a steady, steadfast character who knows who he is, because Harry at times doesn't. And I love their relationship. Like I love their friendship. Like, man alive, like I find it hard to pick a better duo. Like in urban fantasy. I love Sean and Gus from Psych. I love their relationship. I think that's one of the best ones on TV. My buddy loves, Bones, their relationship. But man alive, like I find it hard. I love Kaladin and Adolin from Epic Fantasy, from like, Brandon Sanderson's like Way of Kings and Stormlight Archives. But like, I absolutely think that Harry and Michael have like the best friendship. It's just so real. It's so daunting at times, meaningful. And this is really where we get to start to get deep into it. And man, do I love it. So he's one of my favorite characters of all time. And he's definitely one of my favorite characters in the series. Like if I picked a favorite character, it's hard because Karen, Murphy is just so awesome. And then there's like Michael. Like for me, they're pretty neck and neck, but they're both paladin like type characters. So I don't have my paladin cup today. I have my barbarian cup. My paladin one was getting washed. But yeah, I love paladins, and man, I have not seen somebody do paladins this well in urban fantasy. Besides Deborah Dunbar, I would say, and her being character as a paladin. So really, really cool character. Again, we get to see Susan, always a deep character. Now it's like she's got really deep seated emotions and things like that. Not just with her and Harry not being an item anymore, getting to deal with that whole thing, but also really struggling with this half vampire like transformation. And there's Karen, good old steady Karen. She's just one of my favorite characters of all time. Like, she's awesome. And why wouldn't I like her, right? She's a martial artist. She is noble, bright, always does the right thing. She always has your back, even if you don't have hers. And she's smart, quippy. I mean, she's just an awesome character. Waldo Butters, man, one of my favorite secondary characters that gets added as a intermediary character at times, and then a deeper character later. So I love this. He's assistant medical examiner, helps Harry with this bizarre corpse. I absolutely love him getting brought into this, and I love how James Marsden does his character and Michael's on the Audible, like just amazing character. That I really can't say enough of. Really liked him. Man, I didn't realize how great the secondary characters were until I get to this list. Father Forthill, he's a priest of St. Mary's of the Angels, ally of Harry and Michael Carpenter. It's kind of like Michael Carpenter. It's kind of like his version of like Alfred, if Alfred were a priest and they didn't look together. But like that's basically what he does, is he helps the Knights of the Cross, particularly Michael. And man, he's awesome. And he's an awesome character in a different way than Michael and some of the others, where he doesn't like fight and stuff, but like he's still there helping them do what he can do. And to do that against like what a lot of times they fight against is pure evil, is just like, I have a lot of respect and admiration for his character throughout the series. And I'm glad that we don't just see him in this book, that we get to see him in other books, and he helps Harry out whenever he can. We get the Knights of the Cross and their allies. So love these guys. Again, the list just keeps getting deeper. I didn't even think about this. So Sonya, Knight of the Cross, he wields Achius or Escalon. It's like a saber. I love Sonya's character. He gets so much better throughout the series as well. Like, just an amazing character. Oh, Shiro Yoshimo. He's an elderly Knight of the Cross wielding Fidelicius, and that's a katana. He's like known as like the greatest swordsman that basically is like still alive, and he is such an amazing character. Like, I would have loved Pat Morita, playing him in a Harry Dresden movie. Like, I see all these AI things, I'm like, whatever. But like, I just want to see one time him, play this character in like a trailer or something. Just amazing. I wish they would actually do these as like an animated series, Arcanum or something like that. I think the comics were great for all the Jim Butchers, and all the Dresden Files. And before they go to, that's what they're doing with Wheel of Time. So I think before they go to do anything else, I think that's what they should do. And I would love to see who would play his character. There's so many great people that would voice his character. But yeah, I would love to see him get played on the big screen one day. Just awesome. Ivy, the Archive, neutral young human girl who serves the emissary for the duel. And then Jared Kincaid. These two, man, Jared's known as the Hellhound. He's a mercenary who works for Ivy. He's basically like her bodyguard and manservant, essentially. The two of them, interesting relationship. I would also read. I know he has some stories from their perspective, I think is what my friend was saying. I have a couple of the short collections there, so I got to read them. But I would read a series about these two, too. Like, I think they would get into some interesting trouble, and they do with this book and the series, and I think they're just really interesting characters. We see Jared quite a bit at different times, so for a lot of different reasons, so it's interesting. Then there's the Adversaries, the Red Court, and some other groups. And I don't want to get into those too much because I don't want to give anything away. But man, the bad guys in this book are awesome, and the bad guys are in this book, and they make the good guys look even better. So it's Batman's Rogues Gallery here, and man, it's Harry's Rogues Gallery getting deeper in this book. And man, alive, like I think it's why this book was so awesome, because once you get to the end and you really feel like, there's a lot of crap, and you think, are the good guys going to win? You ask yourself. And Man, once you get to the end of the book, like just awesome, awesome story. So I think the bad guys in this make the good guys look real, real good. And you know, you really feel that there's a lot here. And a lot of these plots and things like that really go into the next book. So, speaking of which, you know, please make sure, you know, you're on the lookout for my other videos. Like I said, please let me know what you thought in the comments of Death Masks. If you read it or read any of the other Jim Butchers, please be on the lookout for my next video. My next review is going to be book 6, and that's Blood Rights. So, book 6 of the Dresden Files. If you're interested in my own work, you can go to www.authordanielcoolbaugh.com. You can follow me anywhere. Author Daniel Coolbaugh on Facebook is usually where I'm the most, and I like to update things on there really like daily and weekly. I'm updating my website, so I'm hoping to get to that the next week or so. We just had a lot of stuff drop on Kickstarter. Our new pre-launch covers up. It's our cover now. Sorry, our new pre-launch page just went up for our Kickstarter Arcane Awakenings and Urban Fantasy Anthology. That is now going to drop September 15th. I've been working on a bunch of stuff so we can get everything finalized, know where everything's coming from finally, and then just be waiting for fulfillment. And we're actually not going to be waiting because we're going to have a huge book tour. So check us out, Arcane Awakenings. And yeah, please follow our pre-launch page. Drop September 15th, and we are like ready and rearing to go. And we're just wrapping up our last 2% here. And then we'll be like just doing a bunch of interviews and stuff on our book tour, talking a lot about trying to reach those stretch goals and rewards and things. So please also check out the other anthology I'm in, September 1st, Rings of Adventure Anthology. I got a story in there as well. And then be on the lookout for my updated cover reveal for The Hunted. That's my prequel novella #1 for my Nathaniel Wither Monster Hunter series. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And as always, happy reading, my friends. See you guys.